Hello, my name is AndresMonge. This is my adaptation story, The Park Ranger. It is based on Jairo Mora Sandoval, who was a park ranger who got killed by poachers in Costa Rica in 2013. What inspired this story was the 26-year-old park ranger Jairo Mora Sandoval, who was kidnapped and tortured and murdered by poachers in Moín Beach in Limón, which is where my screenplay takes place. He got killed while protecting sea turtle nests. He was not the first. Many rangers before him have died in silence, and their stories were never told. His death his death sparked a national outrage and an international conversation about how conservation and justice and the people on the front lines. The adaptation came from me asking what if it was a real victim was the ordinary man, a fired warehouse worker who just stumbled into this job. Not a hero in training, but by circumstance. I wanted to write a story that honored not just Jairo, but the millions of untold versions of him. The men and women who protect these beaches with nothing but a cap, a vest, and stubbornness. The story goes as such. In Act 1, Victor, a warehouse worker, gets fired to cut costs, and on his way home he spots a now hiring sign for park rangers. He takes the job out of necessity, not conviction. Victor loses his first nest to poachers in Act 2. He breaks down in a public bathroom, finding out that he cares about this job more than he originally thought. He comes back with a mission and meets Maybelline, who is a beach eccentric side character who becomes sort of like the angel on his shoulder. He falls in love with the job that he originally got out of necessity. Act 3 follows the final confrontation with the poachers that cost Victor his life. His son Edgar, watching from the dark, inherits his cap. The community rallies, the nest is protected, and the turtles reach the sea. Roll credits. The way I approached it was, first, I wanted it to be still fictional. Victor is not Jairo Mora, he's an everyday guy. He's an older, accidental, unqualified, and by making him ordinary, the story can honor any anonymous ranger from other countries where the limitations are less strict on how to get the job. Secondly, the authenticity, which I feel is a little bit lost because it is written in English. It is translated to English, which was originally written in Spanish, but in its original slang, Costa Rican authentic dialect. The setting, the details, the tuk-tuk, the Costa Rican soda, the baseball hat, the crackers and tuna dinner. This is rooted to real Costa Rican life, and elements of it can not be transmitted unless you've lived this experience, which makes it authentic in its purest form, in my opinion, and it reads like any other script, but once seen physically, it'll be something exclusive to its own identity. Second, I wanted to earn the emotion, not just force it. Victor's death is handled off screen. Edgar sees the aftermath. The ending is the turtles reaching the sea, not a funeral. I don't want to stick a dead body in your face. The tragedy, I wanted to earn its meaning through the actions that follow it, not because I'm forcing the feeling onto you. And secondly, the characters on top of the message. This is not purely an environmental campaign. It's a story about a father, a son, a real community, and the conservation theme, while still crucial, it lives inside the characters, not as the one and only element of this story. This moment that I'm most proud of, which is Maybelline Temple's phrase, you spend your whole life looking for incredible things, and it turns out they were here the whole time, buried under the sand. The original character of Maybelline Temple is inspired by a real woman called Maybelline Temple from Costa Rica, whose house burns down, and she became sort of a national meme after she gets interviewed in the news and she's cracking jokes and saying things, almost taking little seriousness of her own house burning down. This, I just wrote it thinking of what would Maybelline Temple say, and it really spoke to me, and it stayed with me. Don't let them take them. These are the last words of my protagonist, Victor. Finally, stay tuned. I will actually be filming this next week, hence why I uploaded this so many days early. And yeah, that's about it. I'm really excited to show this final product once it's in its original in Spanish form and way less pages because we don't have the budget for 25 pages.